I just finished watching this video from Gaming Tech about the Switch 2 display, and I couldn't believe how bad it is. Look, I did a quick search to see how much more money Nintendo had to spend to upgrade the original Switch to an OLED. $10. Can you believe that? I understand the Switch 2 has a bigger display, but they are asking for more money already. So how can they ask for more money and give you less picture quality? Okay? Even a small kid could complain about the Switch 2 looking washed out because they know what an OLED is. They play with their phones and tablets all day long. So they might see that it doesn't look good. The colors are gonna look washed out, everything, because the black floor, it affects the contrast, and the contrast is the most important attribute of picture quality. So when you have raised blacks, everything looks bad. Absolutely everything. Of course, if you have like just solid colors across the screen and there's no contrast, well, yeah, you won't see a big problem. But if you play something like this, absolutely, this is gonna look horrendously bad. Now, for some reason, Nintendo refuses to sell their games on the PC, and they, instead of making millions of dollars more, they fight with PC gamers because they emulate all their games on the PC. No wonder why. Well, because on the PC, we can play Zelda Breath of the Wild at 10K. Okay, that is 59 million pixels. Okay, 58,982,400. It's just absolutely insane. It looks so much better. We can play that also with a much higher frame rate. So people want quality. This is a game that a kid can play, but it's a very, very good game. Okay, this Zelda, I gifted Zelda Breath of the Wild to a friend that I have, this small kid. He's like 10, 12 years old. He hasn't even played the game. It's not for him. It's not resonating with this game. So I think these kind of games that they do sometimes, they are not even for small kids. So people like me, or a lot younger, but they still appreciate when the game looks good. And this is not gonna look great on the Nintendo Switch 2. It's going to suck. So it is a real shame that they make incredible games. This is a fantastic game. I have almost 200 hours in Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's a shame that they make these games and they are trying to lock, the ability of people playing their games with high quality. All they have to do is to sell a PC version of their games. Very simple. Now, instead of that, they just want to cheap out with a crappy LCD display to make more money. That's it. They just want to make more money, so they are saving as much as they can. But the problem is they are saving money with the most important thing, which is the display. Display, that's what you see all the time. So it just makes no sense. Now, if that's not enough, the Nintendo Switch 2 peak brightness is like 450 nits when you are using it just as a handheld. 450 nits peak brightness with 0.5 nits blacks. That is awful contrast. Absolutely terrible contrast. This is just unacceptable. And I'm glad to have Gaming Tech to show this, because there's a lot of hype on the internet about the Nintendo Switch 2, and most reviewers, they might mention that the screen is not great, but they don't give it the importance that it really has. This is, we're talking about a screen and a controller. That's it. That's your console. So if the display sucks, the console sucks. It's that simple. And yes, you can connect the Switch 2 to a TV, but the whole point of a handheld device is to be able to move it and go and play anywhere. Otherwise, you just play on your PS5, Xbox, or PC. So it doesn't make any sense. And they don't make a high quality, more powerful console either. So if Nintendo had a $1,000 console, that's basically like a PC. Well, let's say you have to buy that and play their games. But they do not offer quality on par with the quality of their games. That's my point. If all their games were trash, I don't care because I'm not gonna play them anyway. But they make great games. They make great games, and then their consoles, they are just not at the level that they have to do for those games. So those games deserve to be played with much more higher quality. That's my point. So now, to gaming tech, let me say that we used to do live streams with gaming tech. Unfortunately, we lost him with Apple. I told him that's where I draw the line. He bought into Apple. I'm like, I'm not doing business with you anymore. Just kidding. He's just busy. But also for gaming tech, man, he says at the end that he wanted to play Zelda, man. He bought the Nintendo Switch 2, of course, for many games. But he wanted to play Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I'm like, you have a PC? You have a PC. Zelda Breath of the Wild runs like a dream on the PC. Don't miss out playing Zelda on the Nintendo Switch 2. It's not even close. You can get higher resolution shadows, reflections, 10K, over 100 frames per second. You can get up to 120. It's a little bit demanding on the CPU, but in the GPU, not really. It runs very easily and looks very good. So after you see this, you would understand why I'm complaining about it. Because also, imagine a PC port of these Zelda games. Just imagine. Much higher resolution textures, because yes, I'm running them at 10K, but look at these three. It looks like garbage. Okay? This looks terrible. Yeah, it's 10K, but the textures are very low resolution. Right now, the VRAM is at 11, almost 12 gigabytes. So of course that's because of the resolution, but these textures are very, very, very low. I much rather lower the resolution and get much better textures. It's gonna make a much bigger difference. So these games are missing out, man. We are missing out on a fantastic game because of Nintendo's greed and stupidity. I get it, they make a lot of money with the Switch, but with the consoles. But I think really where the money is on the games, especially when they want to charge $80 for these new games. So I strongly believe if they release these Zelda games on the PC, they can easily ask for $50 and everyone would buy it. I mean, even $60 people would buy it, but I think they should be $40, $60, $50. I mean, right now this game, I paid for it $54 with taxes, but it was like $50. I bought it at Game Stop, and it was used. It was a used cartridge. This small thing. It was used, which I was like $50 for a used game. That's Nintendo for you. That sucks, but yeah, you either pay it and play it or whatever, emulate it on the PC or whatever you want to do. But yeah, it's a real shame, man, that we cannot enjoy, like most people don't enjoy these games the best way, because they are great. This is such an amazing game. The exploration on this game is so rewarding. There's something on every corner in this world. There's always something, and it's big. The scope of this game is gigantic. And Tears of the Kingdom is next level. I mean, that's a game that definitely deserves a PC port with proper graphics and imagine also the performance of a game like this on the PC. All I need, see, I don't need ray tracing, please. I don't need anything to kill the performance. I just want high resolution textures to fix the ugliness, and that's it. And make it run even better. That's it. Also, I'm running it with HDR on the PC. Auto HDR works. You can also use reshade. So yeah, I mean, the options are limitless. And maybe there's a mod to improve the textures. I already, finished the game, and so I'm not gonna, play it again because of a mod. And yeah, we have a lot of popping. It's a lot of popping. The grass is popping ferociously. So I would fix that for a PC port. Just fix all the limitations because of the Switch. It was designed for the Switch. So eliminate all these limitations, and I would be happy with it. So as long as I don't see popping and I don't see ugliness, I mean, even these three, it's not that bad. I'm like, okay. I just don't want to see ugly things. As long as everything is, just improve the textures, that's it. This game looks amazing as it is. I don't need anything fancy. So for Nintendo to do that, to deliver that to a PC, it would be a very cheap effort, and they could make so much more money and stop fighting with PC gamers because they want to emulate your games. Of course they will. It's obviously. So yeah. Let's leave it there, man. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Link in the description of the video to this gaming tech analysis. Also, let me just say this before we end the video. As we can see here, he's using the HDR analysis tool to check the games on the Nintendo Switch 2. And unfortunately, there are some games that have black level rays. So even if Nintendo releases an OLED Switch 2 version, which, look, if you want to have a Switch as a handheld because you're going to play these games on the go, wait for the OLED. I would not buy this. Just wait for the OLED if you want to have it, because it's a huge difference. But even if you wait for the OLED and all that, you're still not going to get it perfect because the games are broken. Okay, Cyberpunk is still, like he showed here, Cyberpunk is still gonna look washed out because it's Cyberpunk. How can you fix that on the PC with a mod? Reno DX HDR mod for Cyberpunk. That's the only way to play Cyberpunk with good HDR. Now he showed a game here that did have perfect blacks, which is great, but he also mentioned that sometimes it looks kind of washed out with race blacks. It's just the creator's intent, which is wrong, big time wrong. I think what happens is they just mess up with color filters and all that. But yeah, even if you get the OLED version, look at this. Look at this Diablo. The black floor is 1 nit. That's gonna look terrible, absolutely terrible. And even Zelda, let me show you Zelda here. So Zelda was raised too, and he said it was looking washed out. Look at Zelda, look at this, 5 nits. Now of course in this scene there's no shadows or anything, but look at this. You are in a cave, the black floor is 5 nits. It's just absolutely crazy. It's just way too high. Just way too high. Let's look at it here. Look at this. 5 nits again. 5, 2.5. This is very bad. This is very bad. It's gonna look washed out. Now, on the PC, if you try this mod, which right now is gonna look blown out because of my camera settings. It's too bright. Wow, it's super bright. Let me lower the camera settings. So on the PC, what I did is I increased the shutter speed, so you can see it doesn't look blown out. So on the PC, you can use Auto HDR. This is the CMU emulator, Yes, take that, Nintendo. Okay, you cannot do anything about it. Emulation is not illegal. I'm sorry, take that one. So Simu emulator is amazing for this Zelda, Breath of the Wild. It runs like a dream. Now, Auto HDR, Windows 11 Auto HDR works with the Simu emulator. It just works, but it's going to look washed out because it is originally Gamma 2.2. So what you have to do is to apply the transformation fix that I shared, link in the description of the video. So you just have to mod that to get the proper contrast, and so it doesn't look washed out anymore. And this looks amazing. Looks absolutely incredible. The colors, beautiful. The fire looks beautifully saturated. This just looks amazing. Okay. And for those of you who don't know, this is a QD OLED TV. This is the S90D QD OLED. So this looks incredible, absolutely incredible. I mean, 10K. Right now, what I have is 60 FPS because if I run it at 120, it drops from 120 because of my CPU. I have a 5800X3D. So I can run it over 100 frames, but it drops. So what I do is I lock the game to 60 FPS, and then I'm using interpolation from the TV. So Samsung Game Motion Plus. So I go from 60 to 120. And it feels good and it looks great. It looks amazing. I have to say, I wish when I beat this game, I played it with this quality. Unfortunately, I didn't. I didn't have this. But yeah, I might play it a little bit more because it just looks great. I have anti-aliasing off completely, and it just 10K, 10K, bro. It looks very, very sharp. I mean, I've never seen Link looking this good, and also like everything looks great. Just the low resolution textures, that's the problem. But aside from that, man, it just looks beautiful. Everything looks beautiful. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. Of course, I have 5090 for the 10K, but you don't need a 5090. With my 3080, this game was running at 120 FPS, 4K, no problem, easily. GPU was not even at 100%, easily. So it's just CPU bound for the most part, but it looks spectacular. So Nintendo, you're missing out. Sell your games on the PC. You're gonna make a lot of money. Stop fighting with emulation. It is not illegal, and people will keep doing it. I will keep doing it, and there's nothing you can do about it. So take this one. Thank you very much for your games. And yeah, don't buy the Nintendo Switch 2 with a crappy LCD display. Nintendo's cheaping out with that. If you really want to have it, wait for the OLED version. Otherwise, middle finger Nintendo. Play them on the PC, definitely gaming tech. What are you doing playing this game on the Nintendo, bro? You have a PC. You can play this game so much better. Like, yeah, I get it. If you want to play the other games that are not out on the PC, you have to wait a little bit sometimes. Sometimes you don't even have to wait, by the way. Tears of the Kingdom was available on PC first. Take that one, Nintendo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't want to sell your games on the PC? People are going to play them anyway. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. So yeah, sometimes you can even play them first on the PC. Which, yeah, it's such an evil pleasure. So yeah, let's leave it there. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is not running that well yet. But it will. It runs well enough, but it's not running like this. This is fantastic performance. But yeah, it will. So let me know your thoughts and opinions, and if you have any questions.